Welcome to another edition of Yacht Life Chronicles, where we are better together than separated. Thank you guys for tuning in to another edition. We have the infamous Kamari Love on the show today. You know, Kamari was one of the artists that performed at Trap the Runway. And, you know, when she was there, she blew the stage up, you know, especially with her song If Only. You know, I also seen her at White's Bar, you know what I'm saying, checking out her me social media and seeing her at White's Bar also, you know, keeping things going. You know, she's one of those sensual, one of those sexy, one of those soulful bedroom artists. You know what I'm saying? Like she make a lot of bedroom music, and you know, a lot of that is not being noticed. But you know, with Kamari Love and her music, man, she really taking the game over with what she doing. So you want to introduce yourself, Kamari, and let everybody know who you are?
Yo, can you hear me first of all?
Definitely can hear you.
All right, so I'm Kamari Lovey. I go by Lovey Luxuries. That's also my business name. Yeah, I've been doing music for a minute now. I grew up doing music like in the band. I played the clarinet, and I was like in like choir, so I got like solos and stuff. So like music just always been kind of part of my life. But I'm majoring in entrepreneurship and I do fashion. I know you probably see the little mannequin over there. You're probably like, what's that? But yeah, I do fashion, sewing, and yeah.
And so you've been musically inclined for a long time by being in your family.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So that's where you get the passion and that's where you get the drive to, you know, do music.
Yeah, for sure.
So okay, so how was it performing at Trap the Runway? You know, because you lit the stage up out there.
It was fun. Like I hadn't performed in a minute, honestly. So like this year, I started doing like more performances. And my first performance was 2021, and I was at White's Bar. And then this was probably like my third one at that point. So, but it was really fun. It was very motivating to see other artists underground, like, coming out and collaborating and, just kind of just being together in the city. It's a new light. So,
Right. So are you one of those artists that like performing more in the booth or do you like being on stage?
I always say both. Like, it kind of depends on the day for me. Like, you just wake up, see how you feel, and yeah. But I do feel like I want to do more performances in
Right.
person for sure because I like to
Right.
engage with people and you know, yeah.
Yeah. And you definitely beautify a stage, you know what I'm saying?
Thank
Because
you.
Trap the Runway, you know, I was just looking at the throne, at the crown and everything. And, you know, you did your thing, you know what I'm saying? And I want to shout out to you for that. You
Thank
know, yeah, you know, and we definitely look forward to more performances from you, you know. But you know, I was looking at your social media posts, you
you.
know, and you said that you needed more business minded friends to be around.
Yes, definitely. Cause yeah, I got a small, circles are small. You not to do too much, but yeah, me and all my people, we be on some business stuff. Like anytime we pop out, usually because it's business or whatever. But yeah, I'm just trying to like build my team. I was talking to my uncle the other day. He's like, if you really want to do this music stuff, like you gotta get a team. People who serious. So I'm really looking for people who do journaling, people who do photography, videography, have clothing lines, makeup artists, hairstylists, and yeah, just like anything, anything helps. Like because
So you understand the brand as a whole, and
yes,
you just don't understand one aspect of it.
exactly. Like
You
I
understand the business as a whole. I see.
exactly. I look at myself. I don't really put myself in a box. Like I don't feel like I'm more than an artist. I'm an entrepreneur. So like music is just one thing that I'm tapped into, but
Right.
it's just all gonna flourish together. Just stay tuned, trust the process. But yes, it's all gonna work out together. And like I said, I just wanna be around those people who are also looking to build and just create a platform. A different type of platform from where we're from So yeah.
And it's one thing to have your music as a vehicle to take you to so many other different things that you want to tap into. And as an artist, it's good to know that, music is not your only ceiling. You know what I'm saying? That you have other goals that you're trying to reach outside of music, but you just using music as a vehicle to get you
Mhm.
elsewhere where you need to go, to reach your other goals.
Right. And I do feel like music is also like a form of therapy for me too. So it
Right.
kind of just like all ties in together. Yeah. So
So you didn't have some college education.
yeah. I used to work at my college too, work study. I would recommend that to any like body who's just starting college too, or like trying to get very much
Mhm.
engaged into your school. That would really help. Work study helped me a lot. Like I was working and
Mhm.
going to school at my school, so yeah, that was cool.
So how important is education being in this music business?
I feel like it's important musically because for one, you gotta like it's a lot more to it. Like everybody think, oh, you make a song, it's all bubbles and cream, but
Hmm.
no, it's like a lot of paperwork, a lot of legality things that come with this.
Hmm.
So I feel like you got to be educated on that
Right.
type of stuff, like how to properly distribute your music as well. Because I'm still
Hmm.
learning. So
And then you got marketing, you got advertising, and you got to put a whole campaign together for yourself in order
mhm,
to push one song.
right,
And a lot of artists don't understand that. A lot of artists just thinking marketing and advertising is just throwing something up on your social
mhm,
media and it's supposed to go viral.
right,
When you have to, invest money into pushing this art out internationally.
exactly,
So I can understand what you're saying about learning every aspect of the game.
right,
Because you get paid for what you know and you pay others for what you don't know.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? And when you know a lot, you get paid for doing a lot. You know,
right,
especially in the music business, you want to know much as you can, or know much as you possibly can, because you know, being ignorant to certain things can lead you astray. You can get eaten up because it's a dog world out there.
right, right,
You know what I'm saying? It's like a shark tank. And if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't understand that these contracts people pushing in front of you, things, they using you as a tool to push their brand instead of your own. You know
exactly.
what I'm saying? So how do you decipher that? How do you decipher between that, knowing, how somebody is for you and someone's that's just for themselves that you may be working with?
Um, well, definitely red flags. So like I just have to be with someone who's like willing to like communicate. Like if I'm like, in a studio and I want this to be like that, like, can we both work on that or like can we, work around and then yeah, I don't know, it's just kinda like, I don't know, the vibes. Like, you just
Hmm.
certain people you can work with and it's not always
Right,
meaning that they're a
right,
bad person or nothing, but it's
right,
just like maybe you work better with other people and maybe that
right,
person's for you and this person could be
right,
for me. So it's like really just finding the people who understand you,
right. And
who
then,
actually care.
just being able to see through that dark side of people, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Them ill intentions that people have for you,
Yeah,
you
but
know?
it's life,
Yeah,
As long as you staying above water and you doing what you gotta do to keep yo, all that
yeah,
don't really matter. It's always gonna
yeah.
work out. That's how I look at it. It's always gonna work
There
out.
you go. And you had said something on your post. You was like, when I touch a million, it was only a few that was, what I'm saying, gonna be there with you. And
Yeah.
I know you're an up and coming artist, and you're one of those ones, man, that's really striving to get somewhere. And
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask you one day, when you get to that pinnacle in life where you're trying to get to, and you be able to touch the bread that you want to touch, who are some of the individuals that you will have right there with you?
Um, I mean, dang, I really got a name drop right now. No,
No, you ain't got a name drop, but just
no.
say, you know what I'm saying? But
Just the
you could
people like
subtitle.
yeah, like just the people who like really genuinely been there. Cause like I don't know, like
Hmm.
we go through life, we go through a lot, and then it's like them people who like you might not talk to for months or weeks or you know what I'm saying, but you just know the vibes. It's always gonna be love and support. So them the people who ain't never really switched up, the people who bring up my names in room when I'm not there, the people who just motivate me, the people who just come kick it with me and like just support.
So what you saying is that you're not gonna leave your real ones behind.
Oh no,
You
never
know,
that. And I always say that I pray rather that I can have that type of wealth in order to also give back. Like, what's that post? It was like a post that's like, I hope God bless my pockets enough so I can bless other people. It's like,
right.
So,
Right. So in other words, you ain't just thinking about yourself.
Oh,
You
no.
know, you want to help a lot of other people as well.
Exactly.
You want to bring them along with you.
Right. Because, like, I know I've been, like, I first pursued music when I was, like,
Right.
14, 13. And, like,
Right.
I didn't, like, I just found beats and was just doing it. So, like, I really had to, like, how you saying, like, educate myself on how to properly. So, like, if I can figure out how to do it, then, yeah, we're going to share. We're going to, really build.
Right. 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 That's what's up. So listen, how has sisterhood played a role in your journey, and how important is sisterhood to you?
I feel like sisterhood is important because just because you have like as being a woman, in society and all the things in life, to have that supportive energy from females, because like yes, comes from males too, but like for females, it's kind of hard because it just be a lot of competition going on. But I don't know. I feel like competition is an illusion, so I don't see it. I'm just here for the girls. I'm a girl's girl, and yeah, I feel like it's really important because I mean, girls we make the world go round. Like but it's just important, like because why not?
Right. So what are some of your experiences like, how hard is it being a female rapper in what seems to be like a male dominated industry in this hip hop industry? Like, how hard is it, man, to try to permeate your art through this scene now?
I feel like it's kind of hard because, being an upcoming female, and I'm sure many other upcoming females can vouch for me on this comment, but yeah, we get sexualized a lot. Like we might look at a guy as like just a friend, and to us we friends, but then to him he might want something else. And then because you're not doing this, then you're not gonna get that. So it's kind of like, all right, well, if we had that sisterhood to bring us together, then we can have our own little, and we could,
and you don't have to depend so much on the men.
Yeah, and it's not that we don't want to, and it's not that we don't want to depend on the men. Like we do, don't get us wrong, but we also need to have boundaries in a lot of things. I guess, like it's the boundaries. We gotta have boundaries because you can't mix business and bullshit. It just don't work.
Right, and I know being, saying with you being a pretty female artist in the game. I know a lot of guys try to talk to you. A lot of guys try to finesse their way next to you. You know what I'm saying? I'll do some music with you. I'll produce a beat for you. And then next thing they might, push the envelope and try to see what's up with you and try to talk to you. So as an artist, a female artist, like how do you handle that? When them situations come your way?
I mean, boundaries. Like that's the only way to handle it. You have to set that boundary. You have to have that conversation. Like this is going to be a business interaction, and if you feel some type of way about, then let's not work, or you know what I'm saying? It's you just kind of put it flat on the line. I try to make sure I put that flat on the line during a lot of times because we don't want that confusion in life. We, when you really trying to focus on getting to the goal, it just hit different. Like you just don't got no time for the bullshit. Like
so what do you say about the girls out there, that sell their body to, increase their value, to get this song out there, to do these different things to you
Yeah,
know,
everybody has
to
their
raise their status.
everybody has a different way of marketing, and I support all all the baddies. Do what you gotta do, but like I said, it's just for certain people. Don't try to knock somebody else down for like you said, marketing their way just
Hmm.
because you market a different way. It is what it is. But if you
Hmm.
real, like if you real, like I ain't never gotta dim nobody else light to make mine shine. So like just because you got a
Hmm.
certain way of doing your stuff, we can still collab. But
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. So how hard is it being a feminine girly girl artist in such a thug girl world though?
I
Because
mean,
you got so many girls that's masculine, and you just got a few in between females that that have that femininity to them. And what you pushing is femininity. You pushing that girly girl, swag, ain't it's not that thuggish, ruggish female. So tell us a little bit about that, man, and how hard is it, man, to push that girly girl narrative?
it's not really hard because I'm just being myself. Because honestly, I can say like I had different sides. Like I grew up kind of like around all dudes. Like I got all brothers, so like growing up I was kind of like that tomboyish, and then like
Mm-hmm.
I just found my way, like but like don't get me wrong, I still can switch it up, but like at my core I know like I'm probably a girly girl, but like I do be rapping and stuff too, like
Mm-hmm.
um but yeah, like it kind of depends on how I feel, like it's
Right.
really not
So
so
do you deal with a little hate sometimes?
do I yes, but
So do you respond to it? Do you let it affect you in any way?
mentally and emotionally, no. As long as it's not like physical, we're good. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't really, I don't care what nobody got to say. It's always been that. It's written. Like, I never cared what other people think or how they perceive
Mm-hmm.
me, because at the end of the day, I sleep well every night. Like,
Yeah.
I could care less about what you think, because as long as
Yeah.
I'm trying my best, then, I'm being me. So it really don't
It's
matter.
a it's a quote in James Allen book. And as entertainers, because we can't be driven by the compliments, whether they're good or bad.
Exactly.
And there's a quote in his book that says that compliments are no more than a dust upon my coat that I shake myself away from. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a friend of mine, shout out to KP the man 1000, and KP say that I don't live by your compliments, so therefore I don't die by your insults.
Exactly.
you know so as an artist and entertainer, a lot of people is emotionally driven, and a lot of people is passionate about those compliments, and they respond to every bad compliment, or they might take their art and take their brand and do it a certain way because of the compliments that being thrown out there. So how do you steer clear from that? Like, how do you stay in your own zone and within your own mind to get your art out there? Like when you in the booth, when you at home, right? You write your own music?
I do. I do. I like to this day. I just find beats off of YouTube and I just, do what I do. Cause
Right,
like I said, it started as fun for me.
right,
So like, I'm trying to build it into a career, or whatever. But it started as fun, so it's just fun. But I
right.
what do
And
I
now
do?
it seems like you turning into a multi-talented artist.
You could say that. You could say that.
Yeah.
But I would say I just keep my head above water by just like I feel like everything could be so simple if people just mind their business. Like I just mind
Right.
my business. I just like I just mind my
Right.
business. I
Right.
do what I feel. I listen to my emotions, and I just listen to my my own inner intuition is I guess what you call it. And then what's the like lots of self care. Um affirmations, like speaking life into myself as well as other people. I just treat people how I would want to be treated, and I like to be treated good. I like to be treated like luxury, so I want to make sure that every interaction I have with people, that's that's that, and that just like I said ties into my business and what I'm building. So
There you go. There you have it. And as a female artist, what are your thoughts on sexuality and demanding your respect as a female artist? Because a lot of female artists, you're a real pretty female, and I know, you get a lot of people in your DM when you perform, and what I'm
Yeah.
saying, you got a lot of people attacking you from here, from there. You know what I'm saying? Like how do you demand your respect through all of that?
Um, I mean, how do I demand my respect? I just like sometimes you gotta let it be known. I feel like period, like all that humble shit out the window. Like
That's it, yeah.
like it's a time and place for everything, but like
Mhm,
sometimes you just gotta let it be known. Like it's really
mhm.
that I'm really that, and yeah, and that's kind of your
And,
border.
and you can't be nice in the business. You know what I'm saying?
And
You
I had to
can't you
learn
can't
that.
be Miss Nice Girl.
I had to learn that because like I'm just genuinely that, but I can still be nice and set boundaries, and I can still be
Right,
nice and
right.
have my way with the shits. But like, yeah,
Mm. But it's times you have to put your foot down, and let a person know.
yeah, like I might be nice and all lovey dovey, but she still raps. She still,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. So what are some of the artists you would like to collaborate with one day,
um,
locally and internationally?
locally. Shout out to Baby Cocaine. I want to
Shout
collaborate.
out to Baby Cocaine.
Yeah, like I love her music, love her persona. She can turn some shit up. Like she
Yeah.
her
She
shit
hot.
on top of her shit.
She
Shout out
hot.
to her and yeah, like I performed at her album release party. That was fun. Like I could see us really doing something in the future. So shout out to her. Like love
Hmm.
that. And y'all better go stream her new album too. Don't even act
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Hot.
okay. But who else? I'm trying to think. Like I don't know, as many people honestly, like I would rather collab with everybody because I love music. I'm a music kid, so like
Hmm.
in all genres, I like all genres. Like honestly, so
Hmm.
I'm just kind of like open to receiving. So kind of like whoever reaches out, really, like I'm
Right.
open to what.
Right. So you open, you basically willing to, you just ready to work right now.
Yeah, I really am. It's like this is my year where I'm actually like popping out and actually like kind of taking
Hmm.
it serious and because like at first I was kind of like I
Hmm.
worried myself like is this what I really want to
Right.
do,
Right.
do it sound, and I just had to like you know
Right.
get myself together.
Right. And a lot of people didn't understand the vision when you first created it.
Right, right.
And now that you're bringing your vision to fruition, I know a lot of people understand, and a lot of people see, and a lot of people congratulating you on your journey of what you're doing.
And yes, and I love it. I'm so appreciative of like every yes.
Yeah. And I know you live a very private life. You're very private,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And I think that's good for an artist because you keep your value high like that. You keep your face value high.
Yeah.
Too much circulation make the price go down. And in order, being an artist, in order to get paid for people to see you, I don't want to just see you 2 weeks ago or a week ago at
Mhm.
this lounge or at this club.
Right,
Why would I come to your performance when I just seen you
right.
2 weeks ago or a week ago?
Exactly.
So as artists, you have to learn how to increase the value of your presence with absence, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and because too much circulation make the price go down,
Right.
so it's good to be a private artist, what I'm saying, to have a private life, what I'm saying, as to where people not in your business, people not always seeing your face, where you wearing your face out within the city, you
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? So it's good that you know the importance of that.
100. But
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
also
Go
I
ahead.
feel like that ties into because like I said, I'm kind of like I'm an introvert but an extrovert at the same time. So it's like part of that just kind of because
Hmm.
I just I just be chilling. Like I don't really always want to be out, but like I said, it's just not about no money, not about no networking.
Hmm.
Like and
So your music is basically your outlet. That's your catharticism, basically.
yeah,
For
I feel like
your,
that's my music. I always feel like my music is the unsaid words that I want to say. Cause like
yeah.
when you be in the moment all the time, like I'm the type of person I don't know. Sometimes I be in a moment, I might not know what to say, but
Hmm.
sometimes when you ground yourself, you get back to yourself. I'm like, I should have might have said this, or I feel like this, or you know what I'm saying? And like how kind of when you said, how do you shut down your haters or whatever? I feel like that's
Right.
where it started from. Like I started doing music because I'm like, okay, I gotta like if I want somebody to hear me, I'm gonna have to say it right. So
Hmm. And one thing about talent, you know what I'm saying? Talent overrides everything. You know, people can say what they want to say about you, people can talk about you all day. But one thing about talent, you can't stop talent. You can't stop
exactly.
naturally, you know.
And I always say that like my success is gonna show for itself. Like this is just the
Hmm.
beginning. This
You
just
let your talent speak for yourself, you know.
yeah, because like when you,
So go ahead.
I was just gonna say like when you know who you is, it's like okay, I can show
Yeah.
you better than I can tell you. But yeah,
Exactly. So, and you've been showing us better than you could tell us. Oh, if only. Tell us about if only your new song you got coming out.
if only came out. Well, no, if only was created my senior year in high school in like 20 2019 20 between 2018 and 2019. So like a lot of my music has like just been there in the drafts and like I just had to properly execute it and like I didn't care like if it took years whatever how long because
Mm,
I know in my head how I want it to sound and how I want to project it
right.
and
So
so
you still refining your old music.
yeah like I'm
Right.
still making music
Right.
I'm still like creating
Mm,
new music but I'm still clearing out my drafts so
right.
yeah
Because like I tell artists, you know, just because the music, oh, you created it a year ago or 2 years ago, you
mhm.
still promote it to this today.
Yeah like
You
music
know,
is
your
timeless.
music never gets old.
Right. Music is timeless. So yeah.
And you know, you got to push it every day. You know, I don't care if it was created 5 years ago.
Hmm.
Yeah, you know, so the theme of my show is we better together than separated. Give me some of your thoughts on that.
Um, because I feel like it takes sometimes it takes a village. Like,
Mm,
yeah, like you can't do everything by yourself. Like, yes, you can, but it's better together. Because if you just try to do everything by yourself, you're gonna get overwhelmed. Like,
mm,
So if you can find a person who does this and a person who does that, and y'all all come together to create a certain vision. For one, everybody's gonna get their networking. Like, they're gonna all gonna meet the same, new people and all that type of shit. So it's like, when you building a team, you building something. It's like a pyramid, like it just come together.
and
Oh,
there you have it. You know, so what can we expect next from you? What you got coming up next?
I mean, you just have to see. Like, it's a lot. Like, it's a lot. I can't really
Okay.
say one thing. It's just a lot.
Right.
It's a lot. It's
It's
like
just a lot.
a lot of applications and process, a lot of registration in the
See?
works right now. So yeah.
Yeah. So getting bigger as you go. Did you think you would be at this point when you started rapping? Did you think that you would be at the point that you at right now when you know you first stepped in the booth?
When I first stepped in the booth, like I said, no, I was just playing. I just was having fun. Like, my friends, was rapping and stuff. And they had gave me like my first rap name was like Simo Bands. So like that's where it started. Like, and we were just having fun. But like I didn't really think, because like I know, like I said, I didn't have no really education on how to make music and how to do all that, marketing
Mm-hmm.
and distribution. Like,
Right.
no, I didn't know. I just thought that
Right.
okay, I record myself, take a video, and post it, and
Right.
hopefully I go viral. But no, it don't work like that. And
Right.
yeah, the process is fun though. Like it's fun. So it's like I'm not even tripping.
Right. So what's the main thing that you love about being an artist?
What I like about I feel like styling myself, like just
Hmm.
like getting ready, not getting ready because it takes a long time, but just like, the whole outfit, like, just after you get
Hmm.
ready, like my outfit,
Right.
my hair, my nails, my makeup, and like that part. Because when I feel like, I feel like I'm a best version of myself during that time when I'm about to go in the studio or when I'm in the studio or like, actually doing those things reciting the music and at those events and
Right.
performing and when people are reaching out to me with feedback and stuff like that's there.
You know. And listen, man, you want to give so before we get out of here, man, let's give everybody your platform for all your social media contacts and everything you got going on.
Yeah, so my Instagram is underscore LOVIEE, and you can follow me there. And then I have a Facebook at Kamari Levy, and those are my platforms I'm using right now. And then usually I'll post on
Mhm.
those platforms to where my other platforms should be at. So yeah.
Yeah. And we'd like to thank Kamari Love, man, for coming in and giving us this interview on Y'all Life Chronicles. We want to wish you the best on your journey,
Thank you.
you know, in everything that you're doing because you really you tearing the scene up out there,
Thank you.
you know. And to you guys out there, you could take a note out of Kamari's book as to where she just became an artist, but she wasn't gonna be denied the education. She wasn't gonna be she wasn't gonna be be denied the different aspects of what the artistry could take her to. She invested herself into the education of what she was doing, researching, being studious, seeing that the being an artist is just a vehicle to take her so many different other places, so to anybody out there, just let that purpose and that drive that you invested in today be a vehicle to take you to a lot of other places, what I'm saying, within that field of knowledge, just like Kamari Love did with her music, so we want to give her a shout out. We want to thank you, Kamari, what I'm saying, for this interview. And we want to, anything else you want to you want to leave? You want to leave them with anything else before we get out of here?
Um, will you always be saying my name is Kamari Love? It's Lovey.
Lovey. Okay.
Lovey.
Okay, Lovey.
But yes, let's
Okay.
you.
So what you dropped the Kamari?
Kamari, okay, let's. Kamari is my first name. Lovey is my middle name. So I prefer to be called Lovey
Okay.
when it comes to music. If you don't know me personally, there.
There we can call you Kamari Love.
Love Kamari Love was never a
Lovey.
thing.
It's
People just be
Lovey.
saying it.
Lovey. Yeah.
Lovey, Kamari Love.
So they been getting that mixed up here since you was in school, huh?
I
They
mean,
just think it's love spelt another way.
I guess so. But it got an I. It's
Yeah.
LOVIE. So
So we want to thank Lovey, man, for coming in, man. Again, it's this extraordinary interview. We want to wish her all the luck in the world on our journey out there as an artist. Keep creating, keep bringing us that bedroom music. We need that sensual, we need that sexual, what I'm saying? We need that because, like I said, we got so much masculinity in this world, so much thuggish, ruggish music. But you keep doing what you're doing. You hear me?
I'm gonna do it all.
And
I'm gonna do it all.
and there you go. And man, listen, thank you guys out there for watching another edition of Yacht Life Chronicles, where we are better together than separated. Thank you guys for tuning in. See you next time.